installation part only from last 2-3 batches. But originally, when I start Linux installation, after installation of Linux, immediately I do the remote access. Because of that time I use only Linux CLI mode only. Okay, so minimal only. So that's why I use. But whatever it is, guys, understand thing. First one is this is my Linux server. Servers are not given directly access to any users. Okay, so this is my Linux server. So name is Linux1, Linux S1 or whatever you put it. So Linux1. It is connected to network, right? It is connected to network. Meaning is it has an IP address. It has some IP address. Next, it will cover a lot of things, guys. Please carefully listen. This is either my Windows system or my Linux system or maybe Mac system. Okay. So in Linux, the built-in tools are there. In Windows also built-in tools are also there. Okay. So whatsoever it is, we want to access this Linux machine from network, not direct. Okay, so we want to access this Linux machine through the network. Okay, how to access? By default, SSH protocol is installed in the Linux. Take black color only is better. Okay, by default, through SSH protocol, we can able to access. So SSH in a Linux server, SSH in your PC must be there. Like in a main PC is SSH server. This is SSH client. So SSH client should be installed in your local PC. Okay, through SSH we can able to access. So how to access and all, we'll see once again. The setup and all we'll see. The first one is you must know the IP address of your Linux server. Okay, first you should know your Linux1. Check the IP address. How to check IP address? If config. In Windows, IP config. In Linux, if config. Or you can use IP addr. Important command is if config. If config not working, then you can choose IP. So depends upon Linux version. So most common command. This is 7 command. nmcli, another command. So using these 3 commands, you can get the Linux IP address. In GUI mode also you can get it, but we are using command modes, right? In GUI also you can find it. That's one point, but like this also you can do it. The first one is, I will show you in GUI. I can't type GUI, so I'm in a root, guys. Look at that. That is root. In GUI mode means click on this, go to this network, connected network, wired settings. Okay, so here it is. Go to this settings, wired connected. This is the IP address. Okay, this is IPv6 address. This is MAC address. This is my IP address. 192.168.2.246 is my IP address. If you want to change it, go to IPv4, go to manual, turn on turn off automatic or manual, and you can give the IP address. Okay, this is a IP address management details. You can see the IP address, IPv4. To change it to DHCP or manual or disable kind of stuff, you can able to do it. Okay, so what to do, guys? Very simple. Go to this Go to wide network, wide settings. So wide only we are connected, right? So this is our wide is connected. Just go to this settings button, details. You can find your IP address, and this is to change the IP address part. This is to see the IP address. So close it. Next. The text is very small size. I want to increase the text size. Go to edit, preference, custom font, monospace regular 12. Click here, monospace bold, and 12 is increase it to 18, 20. I think 20 is enough. Select. So visibility increased, right? That's it. So it is, you can able to see the lines with the big letters. If config, you can see it is if config ENS33 is my adapter name. This is my IP address. How I know it is ENS33? Because of this is low, LO. LO means L0, LO, whatever it is, LO. It's a loopback adapter. It is a bridge, virtual bridge. Okay, these are not yours. This is it. So check all the three. This is original one, ENS33. This is my IP address. Note down the IP address like this: 192.168.2.246. Right? 246. This is the IP address. IP config. This one it is showing ENS33. Okay. Remember. So next one, IP config, IP addr. So here also scroll down and up. This is low. Low means loopback adapter. You can see loopback. ENS33. This is bridge, virtual bridge 0. Bridge NIC. So these are not our things. Ours is ENS33. 192.168.2.246. Okay. Same IP. nmcli. This one also will give you an IP address. See it is your IP address. ENS33 connected to ENS33. This is IP address. This is bridge. Also we'll go to down. This is up and down is there. What is your DNS server? And also you can able to see this one. Press Q to come out from it. Q to come out. Okay. So in which ways we got our IP address. The first one is get the IP address. Guys, understand how to check the IP address?
Yes, sir.
First one. The second one, SSH, right? Clear the screen. These are all comments. Now only I'm telling all the comments. Clear command is to clear screen. Next one. ls space -a. ls is the command. List directory content. ls space -a including hidden files. Look at here. This is ls space -a, only ls. See, it is only few amount of files and directories showing, but here it's showing other things also. The dot represent it is hidden file or a hidden directory. It is a hidden file or a hidden directory. I didn't find any .ssh one, so then no problem. Okay. Next command is ssh-keygen. After you putting this command, don't do anything. For everything is enter only. Okay. Just press enter only. ssh-keygen. I am generating a key. Enter. It is asking where you want to store. Enter. You want to put a password. Nothing. Enter. Same password again. Enter. And finally it is created. It is using RSA and SHA kind of algorithms to create it. Very simple. Press enter. For any option, press enter only. Done. Again ls space -a. So find out .ssh folder is there or not. Then try to see what is there in the .ssh. Okay. So look at here. ls space -a .ssh is there. Okay. Earlier it is not there. Now it is there. ls space .ssh. There is a two files are there. This is the private key. This is public key. To read the file, cat.ssh/id rsa. So this is the key. Encrypted format. So we done an encrypted file system, right? So this is encrypted key. We don't understand what it is. It's look like some English language, but nothing is in a proper pattern. It's a private key. Okay. Private key. In a Linux, spaces are more important. See this is a public key. This is the public key, private key and public key. So you can see id underscore rsa and id underscore rsa dot pub. Dot pub is a public key and no dot pub kind of stuff. First file is private key. And there is two more files will be created. One is known underscore files. So known underscore host kind of stuff. Known underscore host means the connection related. So we don't go now. This time simply want to tell ls space dot ssh next cat dot ssh/id underscore rsa. Look at what is there. Nothing is like not understanding kind of stuff. What is there? Look at it, and you don't get and understand anything. That is not a big problem. Okay. Cat is the command to read the file. What is the use of cat? To read file content. There is a lot of reading commands are there. We'll see that one later. Okay, so this is key generation in the Linux 1 is done. So these are all we do in a Linux 1. In a Linux 1 means in Linux virtual machine. Check the IP address. How to check the IP address? ifconfig, okay, or IP space addr nmcli. Clear the screen. Use ls command to list the directory content. ls space -a including ssh. Okay, so then use ssh-keygen. No spaces here. ssh-key generator. Enter. Done. Again ls space -a. ls space -a. Then find out .ssh folder is there. Go into the ls.ssh. So find out what is the content of .ssh folder. You will find two files. read content of the file and leave it. Cat is the command to read the file content. So your part is completed in a Linux1. Next, access. Access Linux1 system from your Windows 10 or any other kind of stuff. So here it is in Windows 10. So in my physical machine, here means my physical machine connection. So here it is IP address. First of all, know your what physical machine, what IP address, right? Go to CMD. How to get IP address? ifconfig. So this is my IP address. Okay, know your IP address. Better to know, because first of all, anything you should do communication testing. You should try communication is there or not. Next, ping to your Linux server. What is your Linux 246? So first of all, try to ping to your Linux machine. Into Linux machine. So then your VMnet 0 settings are correct or not. Already I told yesterday VMnet 0 settings. If you don't know, so then very simple guys, edit virtual network editor. So my VM is in VMnet 0. So click on change settings. Yes. VMnet 0 bridged. It will be an automatic, and change it to your adapter name. This is your adapter name. How I know adapter name? I will show you, but change it to your adapter name. Okay, my adapter is Wi-Fi adapter. VM settings, and I connected to VMnet 0. I connected to VMnet 0. Okay, so how I know what is my adapter name and all? So very simple guys. ifconfig/all. So what is my adapter? Already I know what is my adapter. You have to go to your ncpa.cpl, there verify. I already I told, so I'm not going in depth. This is my adapter name. This is my adapter full name it is. Okay, this is a title name Wi-Fi, and this is Qualcomm Ethos. That is what I selected. And both my IP addresses are in the same logical network also. 2.224, 2.246. Now try to ping to my Linux machine 46. Yeah, I'm pinging from my client to my server to client. Sorry, my physical machine to virtual machine. I can able to ping. Next, I'm able to ping to my Linux machine. Next one is SSH. SSH root at the rate. I try to connect to root only. So root at the rate 2.246. SSH root at the rate your Linux IP address. Your Linux IP address. Now it is asking the exchange of private key kind of stuff. Okay, so the key is there now. That is, you can see fingerprint. It will be exchange. If you give password correctly, so it will be exchange. So then we can able to connect it. Yes. Yes. First is yes. Next is root user password admin@123. So like this. So guys, this is my Linux, my Windows CMD. From my Windows CMD, I connected to Linux. You can see, look at here. root at the rate. Is it showing here in a Linux also same thing? For example, I put a pwd ls. Okay, so same command I'm doing in my cmd pwd, same output ls space -a. Okay, so this is called a ssh. How to come out? Simply exit. How to go? Like this command. So here it is. Once ping is successful, ssh root. Of course, options also there. Without options also we can connect. If you are unable to connect it, no problem. But make sure that ping is successful. Settings are correct. If settings are correct, everything is correct. Okay, ssh. Try to connect. So first of all, put yes and put a root password here. You have to give root password because you log in with root. If you log in with a different user, then that is different part. You log in with the root. Then you will get some hashtag here. On hashtag, just put a command pwd ls like this. Don't put hash. So it is like you are putting. Okay, so the hash represents. Okay, the hashtag represent like this command. Okay, put a command, not hashtag. Already hashtag is there. Not tag, it is hash. Hash is there, not hashtag. Hash is already there, representing command. Shows like root at the rate, something like this. Okay. Right. This is one way, guys. Another way. For example, in your command prompt, it's little difficult to manage. So what I'm trying to use is putty. Putty is an application. A simple application to connect with SSH, telnet, or login, RS-232 kind of connections. Putty is a simple application to connect with anything with SSH, telnet, or login. Okay, RS-232 kind of stuff. First download putty. We'll see how to download putty. Go to Google, putty download for a Windows 10. Putty.org. Go to putty.org. This is the first link. I will give you direct links also. I will try to download putty. Click here. Okay, so try to download putty.exe 64-bit. Our system is 64. If you want, you can download 32 also. This is we have to download. What we have to download. So this is one link. So next level link is this one. You have to download this one. Still you want a direct download? Right click, copy the address link. Okay. Directly you can download that one here. Okay. Just copy this link, paste in your browser. Putty.exe will be downloaded. Okay, very simple, right? So copy this one. I have my free download manager. Yeah, already pasted here. Click OK. Where you want to store? I want to store in my desktop. I want to store in my desktop. So 1.21 MB. So put is done. So open it. Close this one. Once you download, save it on desktop only. Easy to access. Okay. Then open it. So this is already configured. So open putty. So this is the putty, guys. Putty configuration. Host name. In this one, give the Linux IP address. Give the Linux IP address. Select connection type is SSH. Port number is 22. SSH port number is 22. Just click open for first time. Accept. Okay. Give the login as a root. Password. When you type password, you don't show stars also. Nothing will show. You have to type password correctly without having any doubts. If you got a doubt, use the space bar, go back and type it again. So I log in as a root. You can see pwd ls space -a. The text is very small, right? You can increase the text by right click here. Change settings. Appearance. Change. Go to Windows. Appearance. Change. Bold. And 20 is very big. No problem. Apply. Now can you see able to see the screen? You can adjust the screen size. Okay, like this. You don't like the colors? The color combination is you can change. Okay, change settings. I went to appearance for changing this 20, 22, 24 like that you can put it. Colors also you can change it. Foreground color, background color, bold color. So here it is foreground color. Foreground means black. Bold foreground is also black. Background is white. I change it. Apply. See it's look like a very neat kind of stuff, right? Okay, like this. I like this configuration. I want to save it. Okay, so change settings. I'm putting this is patch 17 Linux1 save. Okay, so next time I open, I can open from the setting from here only with this name patch 17 Linux1. I saved this one. Okay, so next time I open or I can open multiple putties also, no problem. I'm going to my desktop. Okay, so I'm going to my desktop. So in my desktop, where is this putty? Okay, see it is B17 Linux1. Click on load. So this is IP address is appear automatically. Just click open. So it is a white screen with all kind of stuff. Root admin @123. I log in root two times. How many users are logging to your PC? Who command? So I log in with the root. I log in with the root. I log in with the root. Okay. Who am I? I am root. This is called a putty, guys. What is the advantage of putty? Look at the coverage of this much screen, outer layer, bottom layer kind of stuff. But whatever it is, guys, it is important. The point is, I want to operate my Linux server from my desktop using SSH protocol. Either you use a CMD SSH or you can use application like a putty. Okay, this is your SSH remote access. You guys understand how to use putty?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it is starting, it is little confusion will be there, but if you do it, then no confusion. If you don't do it, it is always a confusion. Okay, that's it now. So be back at 3:15.